anyone ever tell you that one person can't make a difference. It's just not true.
Eve Ensler is just one person, just like me.
And me. And you.
She's a woman who was physically and sexually abused by her father, who looked around at a world where women and girls are victimized far too often. So she decided to do something. She wanted to speak up, to speak out.
She wanted to do something, to take action, to somehow make a difference.
So she wrote a one-woman show. Her purpose was to empower women who had far too often been made to feel powerless. She wanted to send a message to women to embrace your femininity, embrace your sexuality, love your body, and love your vagina.
She wanted to start a conversation about gender violence and the very real impact it has on each of us, whether we're survivors ourselves or whether we've been impacted by this kind of violence in an indirect way because the women we love have been impacted in a very direct way.
Apparently her message resonated because before too long, the Vagina Monologues was no longer a one-woman show. It became a movement.
Soon, women from all walks of life were performing in Eve's production all over the United States, and soon after, all over the world. Many of these women were survivors, like me.
And me.
And me.
One woman's desire to change social attitudes towards sexual violence against women had turned into thousands of women who shared the same passion and the same goal. This went on and continued to grow for 10 years.
And then, something amazing happened. Men started joining the movement.
They'd been involved for years behind the scenes at various V-Day events, but now they started telling their stories, stories of how violence had touched their lives.
Not only were men getting the message, there were some men that wanted to start helping to send the message.
So you see, one person can make a difference, because often one person turns into many people who share a common goal.
What you're going to see tonight is something that gives us hope. When the world breaks their hearts with violence, it's people like this that help put it back together again, with hope for a world that they're trying to create, that we're all trying to create, and that we hope you'll help us to create.
You see, the very existence of people willing to speak out against violence and sexual assault makes this world a better place, a safer place. Thank you all for being here today. Please listen well, because this is important.
We were worried.
We were really worried.
I wasn't that worried.
Oh,
Okay, Patrick wasn't worried. And to be honest, maybe worried isn't the right word. But we were definitely curious. A male version of the Vagina Monologues?
if someone's first exposure to the show is that description, male version of Vagina Monologues, in a way they ask the same question. Is it called the penis monologues?
And until you really get a look at the material, you have some other questions too. Are we going to be talking about our junk? Because that doesn't really seem like an effective way to speak out about violence against women.
Are we going to be talking about vaginas? Because that doesn't seem to be an effective way for us to tackle this problem either.
And frankly, some of us wouldn't have much to say on the subject.
Little did we know, in comparison, talking about our penises would have been a cakewalk. They want us to talk something more terrifying, our feelings. But here is the thing, we are all men, we are all total contradictions.
Strong, sensitive.
Confident, insecure.
We're all flawed in our own ways.
But we all have this in common.
We love the women in our lives. And violence against women is something we not only think shouldn't be happening, but something that we shouldn't be silent about.
So here we are.
Our purpose is simple. We're here to help the amazing women of V-Day to spread the message that violence against women
Must stop. And we do it hoping that you will be touched, moved, maybe even inspired to spread the same message in your own way.
and we want to make you laugh.
And so, please sit back, relax, enjoy the show. For the rest of the night, in here at least, there is nothing to be worried about.
And the erogenous zones for women are... Back of the neck, earlobes, lips, throat, nipples. 2 inches below the belly button. Yeah. Bend of the arm. The wrists. The fingers. The swell of the back. The inner thighs. The labia. The clitoris. We can't forget the buttocks, behind the knees, and the toes.
And the erogenous zones for men are... The penis. That's not fair. And it's not true.
Oh no.